Hello everybody, welcome back to A Coastal Thrifter. So today David and I are on our way to Gainesville, Florida. We're going to do some thrifting down in Central Florida. Dave's got to go down there to see his neurologist. This is about every 6 months or so. So check out what we find. All right, so we are starting out here at the Goodwill up on 23rd in Gainesville. This is one of my favorite Goodwills in the area. As you can see, the racks are just packed full of stuff. And every time we come to this one, we are not disappointed. And this trip is no exception. I'm just not used to it. Our Goodwills at home just don't look like this. Look at this good boy here. If I was into collecting plush, I would definitely have picked this guy up. He's just so cute and he was in perfect condition. I hope he went to a good home. And these brand new Nautica shoes here are just terrific. Kids size 5, but they look like they would have fit a lady's maybe size 7. And look at all the dresses. Oh my gosh, there's just so many. I was overwhelmed. Like I couldn't even at this point. They had some pretty color themed displays on the end caps. And I found the mugs. And right away, I noticed this guy, the Sailor Jerry's rum tiki mug, which I felt like is a good purchase. I thought, yeah, he could be something. And it turns out I was right about that. And there was just so many to go through. I was careful, took my time. I didn't want to miss out on any spectacular mugs. And I do actually pick up a lot of mugs on this trip, as you will see. And here's the comp on the Sailor Jerry Tiki mug. Definitely a good buy. And then these little Libby glasses, those were legit vintage Libby snowman glasses. I put those in the cart when I saw the comp on that. Yes, we did look those up because I was like, those look brand new. Those have got to be new reproductions, right? No, they weren't. They're vintage glasses in really excellent condition. So that was a definite yes. So many lamps. Nothing really vintage or great up there, though, in the lamp section. And Dave is looking at all the electronic old man stuff. Say hi, Dave. And I found this little Pier 1 ladybug dish. I put it in the cart, but I ended up putting it back after I looked at the comps for only about $14. And I thought I didn't want to mess with it for that. But then Dave found this. He pointed this out to me. And I was like, yeah, that's Hallmark. It's in a little bit rough condition, but looky there. Couldn't believe that with the box and everything. Then I found this really cool, like England, looks like a little vintage, probably a footballer's mug there, and that other mug under it, which I believe was Starbucks. And then I got that one. This one says, adult life is all about looking stuff up. It turns out adult life is all about looking stuff up. And that is so true because that's exactly what I do. I see things on the shelves and I look them up. That is the secret sauce, you guys. There's no other specialness to it than that. And this was a really funky old GE iron that Dave found. I was like, wow, that's something for sure. I found this TI 30X calculator, which I probably paid too much for. I thought it would be worth more. I heard to pick those up, and yeah, it probably wasn't worth it. Little clay art tile I got. This is a really nice little frame, but it wasn't hand painted. There were some really funky things on the home decor shelf here, though, and I could have gone wild, especially if I had a booth. Like, look at this thing, because this is a wine bottle holder, and then it holds 2 stems on the sides. So rustic, so cute, $4.99. If I had a booth somewhere, I would have picked this up. But alas, there are no booths for rent in my town right now. And unless I want to start my own antique mall, which I don't because it's a major headache, it'd probably be a long time before I manage to find a booth anywhere close enough for me to maintain it. This was a nice little nativity wall hanging. I picked that up for $3.99. Here's a nurse tumbler, which I was really tempted to get, but it was just a little bit kind of dirty, and plus they wanted like $4 for it, and I said nah, that was in the bins. But I found this little baggie of sample makeup from I don't know, like a Sephora or something, or an Ulta. It might have been Ulta, and that was like $1.99 for that baggie, so I picked all that up. Might go through that one day. Cute little swan soap dish. Somebody's going to style that up in their house. So cute. There's a vintage vinyl belt. That was a little bit tempting to pick up, but I ultimately decided I didn't want to try to photograph it. It looked like it was a little worse for wear. Here's a little Vera bag. They used to give these away with purchase on something. So you see the little pink ones quite often. This beaded purse was cute. I liked the bead detail on it, the wood beads. This was just a cotton canvas bag here. So it is really fun to dig through the bins at this Goodwill. They have the little rack of bins, and you never know what you're going to find in there. Last time I was digging through the bins in Gainesville in these Goodwills, I picked up a really nice piece of studio pottery. It was just hiding under a bunch of detritus. The word of the day is detritus. Fun little toy. It's actually a doggy toy, but I like how it kind of weebles and wobbles like those old toys. And I think I might get that and clean it up for the little nut brown hair. I think she had fun with that. Here's a Starbucks tumbler, but it's really rough and worn. Not worth it. This painting, well, it didn't turn out to be worth what I thought it was going to be worth when I Google searched it. Check this out. I about did the happy dance when I Google searched this, but it turns out that the person who was selling it for this price is trying to rip people off, because it's really only worth about $12. It's a piece of Jamaican street art. And here is Spock, a keepsake ornament, Hallmark keepsakes, $2.99 for him. I checked the box just to make sure that he's actually in there. And not only is he in there, but it doesn't look like he's ever been unwrapped or used. So he's basically new in box. Yay! He's worth about $15-16. Here's a Pier 1 pillow. That iconic Pier 1 pull tag on the back zipper there. I would have picked this up in a heartbeat, but some of the beadwork was starting to come loose on it. It had condition issues. Sadly, no. And here is what I thought was boiled wool, but it isn't. It is not a hand-hooked wool pillow. But if you did find hand-hooked pillows like that, you would definitely want to pick those up. And this was something I was thinking about getting for myself and dyeing, but I decided to put it back because the buttons were funky. So this is the lobby here at the Holiday Inn Express in Gainesville. This is where we'll have breakfast in the morning. And it's pretty nice. We usually stay over on the other side at Staybridge Suites, but what's really exciting is if you come out here, is this pool. They have such a nice pool here. It's actually pretty warm down here right now. It should be up to 80 before the end of the weekend. But you see how nice it is? Nice big pool. And there's a hot tub, which we are going to hit up later tonight after we eat some dinner. We've got DoorDash bringing us some Chinese food tonight. This is the Staybridge side over here, but they share the pool. It's the same pool. So we're just staying over here this time. And here I am in the window. There's my selfie for the day. So here we are at Norm Fixel the next day for Dave's appointment. And this is part of the University of Florida's neurology, and they are just fantastic. We love Dr. Kelly Foote and Dr. Oken. Dr. Oken was actually the doctor who did his surgery, and Kelly Foote was the doctor who planned it. And then after that, we came up here to the Outreach thrift store. So this was Saturday. We had a whole day left over after his appointment and seeing Pam, his nurse practitioner, there to do some more thrifting. Yay! So here we are at the Outreach. This is a community outreach thrift, and we have been here before. We were here last spring, and here we are again now. I picked some good things out of here last spring. I do find a couple things here, but not much this time because they just didn't have a lot of the little hard good tchotchkes and things that I wanted for resale. And some of the other hard goods they had were really marked up kind of high, as you'll see. They have a lot of clothing in here, which is reasonably priced, right in line with average thrift store prices. But I'm not much of a clothing reseller. I do a little bit of that, but not a lot. Those little ballet shoes were really cute for a switch plate. Little divided dish here. These were really cute. I did pop these in the cart, $1.99 a piece. I'm not sure what they were, but they had little Bible verses on them. So some sort of little faith-based organizer or figurines. And there were like 3 of them. So I popped all 3 of those. It's a resin bird. Lots of birds. Not any particular name brand on that bird. But yeah, here they go. All 3 of those in the cart. Checking through the mugs. I actually found some really nice glasses the last time I was here. I think this is a Pier 1 mug. Really hefty, good size, $1.99 on that. You got to move things out of the way. You got to check high and low. Sometimes the really good stuff is hiding behind in the back. So we don't leave any stone unturned. It can be annoying for people who are standing behind me waiting to get their chance to look at the mugs, because I do take my time. There wasn't really that many people in the store this morning, so I didn't feel pressured or anything. This was a very pretty mug, but it's obviously part of a set, and it didn't have a name brand on it. This one caught my eye for a moment. Little Norman Rockwell here. Some pretty champagne flutes. I was really eyeballing that corksicle champagne flute. Dave found himself a couple of pillows. This is a Voodoo Donuts mug, but I think they had it marked at like $14. So like I say, some of their tchotchkes are pretty high priced. This is a half cup of tea. So you come over to this side of the store and they have more of their high-end things. everything over on this side of the store was pretty much priced at retail, like what you could get for them on the resale market. Like here's a Starbucks mug, but they wanted like $10 for it. And another one that they wanted like almost $10 for. So that is right at retail. That is not a price for a reseller to pick something up at. That would only be if you happened in that store and you happen to be a collector and you happen to need that exact mug for your collection. Or you just like old Starbucks mugs in general. I really liked these shoes. These were super funky and cool and looked like really heavy, well-made shoes. Okay, so the next place here is Repurpose Project. This is also on the north side of Gainesville, and it is just a super cool, funky, kind of junky resale shop. And as you come in, it has like this Swiss Family Robinson treehouse vibe thing going on out front. So this whole concept of this store is about upcycling, recycling, and reusing things. And it's sort of a charity organization. There were a lot of art supplies, and as you can see when I go inside, it's just really cool store. This is our first time discovering this place, and I'm so glad we decided to stop by here. Because, oh my gosh, look at all this. Look at these Tiffany lamps. They're like broken. They need to be repaired. But in this card catalog here, this document file with all sorts of goodies in it. So this is a must-stop by place for artists looking for ephemera. All of these shoe boxes had different types of things categorized and thrown in them, and a lot of it was art supplies. Here is a bunch of fabric and these grab bags of fabric scraps and ribbon pieces and things. Really great for people that do upcycling like me. Here's a bunch of little grab bags of balls of yarn and trims. They had a whole section of fiber art, yarn, fabrics, and things like that. I mean, there were some cool things there. Just never really know what you're going to find in a shop like this. You could see here all the rolls of fabric in the background. Some of it was upholstery style fabric. I felt like all of it was fairly reasonably priced for someone that was, working on a project. This would be a great place to stop if you were a reseller or a designer of any type, interior design, whatever. Be able to look for nice vintage fabrics or things to reuse in a design. Some of the displays they had up front were really interesting. This was like a not for sale part of the store, but they were basically demonstrating some of the things that get thrown away every day. These were aquarium tanks full of pens. Some of them were for sale. Fill a bag for $1. Look at all those crayons, you guys. I'm wondering if some of those rare colors of Crayola crayons that sell for hundreds of dollars were in that aquarium. Surely somebody's gone through them already. Some of these trims here, I did purchase for myself. And I found some stencils in there. I also found this pillowcase with some super cool skulls on it. And I found a couple of Pimpernel placemats for, I think, $1 a piece. Not a bad deal. They're a little stained up, but that really doesn't matter. Then we headed up to the Alachua County Humane Society thrift store. This one was highly rated on Yelp, and I have never been here either, so this is my first time. at the Humane Society Thrift. This one's north of the city on 6th Street. Right away when you walk in, you're greeted by these incredible big sculptures. There were all sorts of knickknacks on the shelves. I felt like their prices were indeed quite reasonable. That was one of the things that they had said on Yelp. Look at this little resin sneaker, you guys. Who makes those? That must be part of a set or something. This perplexed me for a minute. I was really looking at it like it must be something collectible. It was $3. There were some willow tree figurines here that were appropriately priced. This guy was kind of interesting looking. He was old looking. Wish I knew more about what he was. The store was actually full of people, and I didn't feel really comfortable or confident about stopping to Google search a lot of stuff. Look at this amazing shell-style sailing ship. And this caught my eye. This was super cool art piece here, which I would have bought if it had not been for the broken fin. Sadly, he is broken. Their pillows, they had quite a few of them, and they were priced appropriately at $2 to $3 is a good price to pay for a used pillow. So they're not losing their minds on their throw pillows like some places are. This one here was super cute with all of the birds on it. And I stopped and thought about it for a minute. And looking back at this video now, I think I should have bought that. That is thrift regret right there. Because I could have upcycled it. And that's exactly what I would have done. I would have torn it and used it on different things. Those little birds would have been great appliques. However, it was almost too nice to do that too. The pillow was in really great shape. And so I think that's what made me decide to leave it. And then there's a little blue truck. If you've ever read that kid's story, it is the cutest story. The little blue truck. But this I did pick up. And it turns out my instincts were spot on. This was about a $2 pillow I paid for here. Obviously something came from Disney or from Universal Studios. The Hogwarts pillow. Put that in the cart. It's another pretty little tapestry pillow here. And there you go, $30 on that Hogwarts pillow. So that was a good pick. Beautiful watercolor. This is a neat poster here. I really liked the graphic style of that. I don't know what this is, if that's a Pomodoro, if it was handmade. I think it was just a mass production piece, but it was kind of cool looking. Found a couple of ties. This is an American Eagle tie here. Red, white, and blue. Perennial favorite certain times of the year. And I liked that little turquoise blue brocade for projects. I picked that one up just to keep for my stash. I think I'm going to start looking at men's ties a little bit more in terms of, can I pick them up super cheap and what can I do with them? Upcycling. This beautiful brocade bag here was so tempting, but it was like $8. If I could have picked it up for half price, I probably would have got it. Oh, look who I found, you guys. It's Maxine. Shoebox greetings, Maxine. She was $3. Put her in the cart for sure. Then there's this great graphic mug here with some bears on it. So stay tuned for a future video. I'm actually going to go over the Gainesville haul and I will throw up more comps. I did not look up all of these. Some of them I just popped in the cart because I thought they looked cool or they just looked like something. You know, I get a little sixth sense about things sometimes. A lot of times I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong, but I'm right more often than I'm wrong, and it works out. And here we are at the Super Goodwill on 34th. This is like a brand new store. It's in the same spot that the old one used to be in. Dave and I have been to the old one, but this is our first time in the new remodeled, reopened Super Goodwill on 34th. And Dave has taken some footage of me shopping here. Cute little dress here. Not my size, but super cute. The dresses were right around $9. They were just a tad more expensive than at home at our Goodwills. They're like $7.99, $8 at our Goodwill. This is a Sonoma dress. It's tie-dye. I picked that one up for myself for around the house. But this Goodwill is at least twice the size of the other one that used to be here. This ugly sweater made me so happy. I was like, oh my gosh, it's Santa on a unicorn. How fun is that? Oh, wow. I was so tempted to pick this one up and put it in the cart, but Christmas is 12 whole months away now. Well, 11 months away. This is a Justin shirt. Justin is a good brand in Western wear, and I put it in the cart, but then I changed my mind about it later because the prices are higher here. Like these shirts were right around $6, I think, that they had $6-7 on these shirts, which, that's getting a little bit up there in terms of a resale price or in terms of even just thrifting for used clothes for yourself. I prefer to pick up clothes at the bins or at a deep discount or like over there at the Humane Society on their half price clothing day, which I did pick up a few things in their half price at the Humane Society. It just didn't make it to video. This I did decide to pick up for myself. A super cute Mickey Mouse scrub top, which I should be able to wear at work. And it looks like we get to see me pick it up again. Yes, because we have duplicated that clip for some reason. But yeah, super cute. That one's going to belong to me. It's roomy. It'll be roomy on me, but I like roomy when I'm at work. This was a fun, brand new barbecue apron, embroidered, grilling and chilling. I'm picking this up for a friend of mine who is a master barbecue chef. This is going to be perfect for him. Take it home. I'll wash it up a little bit before I give it to him. But it was brand new. It looked like it had never been used. I have been looking for a waffle maker, a mini waffle maker for myself. And what better place in a college town to find mini appliances? And so I did find that one there for $4.99. And finally, we made our way over to the mugs. This is a Gail Pittman. Yay, I found Gail Pittman, you guys. Southern Living Home Gail Pittman mug. And if you know me, you know I like to purchase and resell Gail Pittman. So that was a score for me. There were really quite a few mugs here to go through, and I do take a few minutes to go through them all. And I do continue to resell mugs because guess what? They sell. Like, they might only be a few dollars profit. They might be, anywhere from $5 to $10 profit. But the thing is that they sell. Sweater weather. Sweater weather. Sweater weather. Such a cute mug. But yeah, they do sell. Sometimes it takes them some time. And I never know which ones are actually going to sell. I've sold a few Starbucks mugs. And it seems like at least a quarter of my sales, if not half of my sales on eBay are mugs. So that's why I keep thrifting them. Because they actually sell. It works. And I actually don't mind listing them either. I've gotten pretty fast at it. Like, I make a measurement really quick. I measure a few pictures, few angles. And when it comes to shipping them, I have everything I need right in front of me. I have all my special mug boxes and all of my stuff in wrap. And it really only takes me maybe a minute longer to wrap and ship a mug than it does to wrap and ship like a piece of clothing. And I think photographing them actually takes less time than photographing clothes. This almost looked like old Otajiri to me, but I had no name brand on it. I had never seen that little fish pattern before. So I left that one behind. These mugs were priced right around $1.99 to $2.99 a piece for most of them. Some of them were priced a little higher, but it's kind of haphazard how they price their mugs. They don't all be the same price. That looked like a really great soup mug. It was very heavy. You are awesome, guys. Yes, you are. All of my viewers are awesome. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out and for supporting this channel. You guys are amazing. This is restaurant wear. Oh my gosh, I found a genuine piece of restaurant wear. This is like Bubba's Grill or something. Pick that one up. You have to search high and low. You gotta find the stuff on the bottom shelves. These were some little Pomeranian mugs. I was super tempted. Little tea mug. There were 2 of them down there. But I decided a little bit specific. I know Poms are very popular with their owners like Dachshunds are. But I just decided that a mug like that might sit on my shelf for quite some time. This, however, this Boston Starbucks mug, I think I've actually sold one of these already, this exact same mug. So that one went into the cart. The city mugs by Starbucks, especially for the more popular, bigger cities, those do tend to sell. Again, like I say, you're not going to get rich selling mugs, but my figure, if I sell enough of them, if I have enough of them listed, maybe sales will pick up eventually, and it'll be one of those things where I have a couple going out every day, and honey, that can pay the bills. That can help pay the bills. That will go a long way towards some future plastic surgery for me. This was a really cool Hawaiian Heritage lei mug. This one turns out to be worth quite a bit of money. I mean, in terms of a mug. We'll take it. Look at the Indian skirts. Now, there's a lot of Indian folk that live in the Gainesville area. So it's common to see little things like this on tunics and saris and things in their thrift stores. They were so pretty. I knew if I bought it home, I was going to tear it up, and I just didn't have the heart to tear it up. But you guys, maybe I should have, because, oh my gosh, look at those appliques. What was I thinking? I should have just taken them home to repurpose. I was so torn on that one. Look, I found that little, it's not a Deneen, but it was close. There's that sweater again. Yep, this is, it looks like a Deneen mug. It is not a Deneen mug. It's a look-alike, but that doesn't matter. They'll still sell. The look-alikes will still sell, you guys. And that one had a cool theme because it says mountain something on it. Like Mountain Lodge or something like that. Yeah, I'm hoping to make enough money thrifting over the years here to save up for some plastic surgeries. If you don't know, I have lost over 100 pounds with a gastric sleeve. I was 330 pounds at my highest weight, and now I'm roughly 200 pounds. I have gained a little bit over Christmas, but it's coming back off. I'm back to good bariatric diet practices right now. And I'd like to maybe lose another 30, 40 pounds, but I've been looking into the brachioplasty, which will probably be the first one I do. That would be to take up the loose skin on my arms. I realize that my arms still look huge. A lot of that is just loose skin. And then eventually I'd like the tummy tuck, but I don't know yet. All I know is that my arms do drive me a little bit nuts because it makes wear clothing doesn't quite fit me the same. And I just look heavier than I am. I liked that little Western themed mug. That was from a ranch. So that's the end of this video. You guys please like and subscribe if you get a chance. Bye.